Hello, and welcome to this edition of Mornings. I'm Andrew Bazzelli.
And I'm Eric Dreschberger. Teacher Appreciation Week is coming up, and you should have received the sheet in your first period of class to write a teacher a kind note. Make sure to take the time to do that this morning and show your teachers how much you care about them.
Before we jump into the show, you might have seen little kids walking around yesterday.
That's right. It was Bring Your Children to Work Day, and many staff members sent us pictures of their kids. Boy, do they have some great smiles, and we'd love to show you some of them.
The North Penn Robotics Club recently competed at the For Inspiration and Recognition of Science and Technology Mid-Atlantic District Championship at Lehigh University and placed 5th, earning them a spot at the first championship competition later this month. Frank Torrente, precision machine teacher at NMTCC and head coach and advisor for the Robotics Club, said, "Our mission is to give high school students an opportunity to use their skills in science and mathematics in order to become more engaged and educated in STEM topics, and so that they are better prepared for real-life experiences, college, and career endeavors."
Young artists from 6 different continents all across the globe will be convening for the Teen Animation Festival International this May. Here at the high school, 3 animation students were accepted into the festival after being voted in by panel of judges. Jar and Loss, Brittany Crossan, and Tyler Kratz will be representing North Penn. Congratulations and good luck.
North Penn Technical Career Center students competed last week at the 2018 Pennsylvania Skills USA Leadership and Skills Championships in Hershey to compete against their peers from across the state.
Amy Lynn Garner placed first on the cosmetology team.
Dimple Gandivia placed first on the robotics team.
Chloe Horner placed second on the health team.
And Justin Coy placed third on the mechatronics team.
First place winners have the opportunity to compete on the national level in June. North Penn High School hosted the annual International Spring Festival in North Penn Television, was on the scene, and Mary Beth Nyman has the story.
The 27th Annual International Spring Festival was held all throughout North Penn High School. The building was packed with exhibits, cultural dancing, food, and instruments. Kids could get a coloring book by visiting each of the countries and getting their passports stamped.
For me, it's very important to celebrate the diversity, the cultural diversity that we have in this area. And my favorite part is just to see the excitement of the kids every time that they come to the tables and they learn something new from the festival.
We're all volunteers, so there's no staff other than the Lansdale Library. You know, the International Spring Festival is a run out of the library, and we get a lot of staff support from the library in Lansdale, and that gives us a lot of help. Other than that, it's run by our committee members. Kathy McCarter runs the health fair, and she organizes that. I do the exhibits, which is the stuff in the main gym that you see here. So I recruit people to be vendors and promote not-for-profits, and also to be countries.
Reporting for North Penn News, I'm Mary Beth Neiman.
Select history classes got to listen to a true civil rights activist as a guest speaker and visited students playing the role of Rosa Parks. Students heard a first-person perspective of her experiences dealing with segregation and her role in the Montgomery bus boycott.
Mr. Brumball is back to test your knowledge on this week's Brumball Challenge. His question is, what country's military has an elite unit that specifically recruits autistic teenagers? Remember to tweet your answers to @NPTV using the hashtag Brumball.
North Penn High School has implemented a new youth court disciplinary action plan. North Penn News reporter Jake Lobrak has the story.
Youth Court, North Penn High School's newest alternative to student discipline.
In youth court, it is not a trial. It is not law and order. It is not innocent or guilt. So if you are a student who gets written up for something, this isn't the venue you want to go to prove your innocence. In youth court, the first step for a student to be in youth court is they have to admit that they did something wrong. They have to accept responsibility for what they did.
How do you think your parents would react to this?
Students who are found at fault can choose to be disciplined by youth court instead of their home office principal. They then sit before a jury comprised of North Penn students and state their case. The jury poses questions to the respondent before deciding a verdict.
Just like a paragraph.
So it's a system based on positive peer mediation.
The student jury, judge, and bailiff will continue to work on ways to implement consequences to help their peers make better decisions.
Court is now adjourned.
Reporting for North Penn News, I'm Jake Lobrak.
I'm youth advocate from the room.
Small cheer and great welcome makes a merry feast. And that is how the English department celebrated Shakespeare's birthday this week. All faculty and staff members were invited. Let's take a look.
Noah Clemens is back for a new Nightcrawler update. Let's check it out.
Hey North Penn, have you been on the site recently? If not, be sure to log on today to see how accurate Jake Kopsick, Andrew Helt, and I are at picking potential draft picks for the 32 NFL teams as we released our mock draft ahead of last night's first round of the NFL draft. Dalen Brown has the photo story for the boys lacrosse game from this past Tuesday as they defeated CB South 8-4, and Marissa Werner has the photo story for the girls track and field senior day. Finally, if you're interested in local politics, give my article a glance as I give an overview of the 2018 Pennsylvania primary. That's all I have for this Nightcrawler update. Be sure to read the Nightcrawler day or night.
Today, we have Prinjasi in the studio.
Good morning, Prinjasi. What are your plans for this weekend?
So it's going to be a great weekend this weekend, so I'm going to go out for a drive. So let's get right into the lowdown. Knight's Nutrition is looking for a manager to run the concession stand next year. See Mrs. Westerland to get more information and an application if interested. Nomination forms for link leaders were sent out yesterday. If you are not nominated but would like to be considered as a link leader, pick up an application in your home office or the Cape Out reception office. If you'd like to help out with this year's Elementary School Olympic Day, pick up field trip forms and sign up in the Cape Out reception office. Sign-ups are limited to 10 students per elementary school. You'll have to complete field trip forms and submit them before signing up. Also, this Tuesday, May 1st, is College Spirit Day. Seniors wear attire that represents the college of your choice, and underclassmen wear any college attire you may have. We also have Chloe Vesper here in the studio. Come on over, Chloe, and tell us why you are here.
Hi, so my name is Chloe Vesper, and I was selected as one of 3 national finalists for the Anthony A. Martinez Scholarship, and it would mean a lot if North Penn could support me. So you can go to the North Penn Facebook page and click their most recent post and like my video.
Okay, let's help out Chloe with the scholarship and let's send it back to the desk.
Thanks, Prinjasi.
And thank you, Chloe. This week we check in with Mars Slater on this edition of the #TheYNP.
Hi, I'm Laura Slater. I'm in the 12th grade and I do mainly theater and thespians here. I actually just committed to Marymount Manhattan College and I'll be studying a BFA in acting. Getting as involved as possible and really finding your passions in high school to set you up for complete success later in life. Everyone's so motivated here. And so like in theater, I know I found my passion. And so it just makes me feel more prepared to enter the real world because I know what I want to do and I know nothing can stop me. Get out of your comfort zone while you're here because entering the high school, I was a little timid, but just pushing yourself as much as you can, you're gonna push your boundaries, you're gonna find out things that you didn't think you could do, and that's just gonna it's gonna break any wall you find yourself in front of for the rest of your life. And you're gonna know how to climb over it. And it's gonna help a lot. There is like moving on in life as we're graduating. The future doesn't really scare me, but how I'm gonna feel in the future kind of scares me. Like I wanna be able to look back at my life and know I accomplished everything I want to. And that kind of scares me a little bit because time is something we don't have infinite amount of, and I want to be able to do as much as I can while I can do it.
Is there anything else that you want to add?
Come see Fiddler.
Awesome. Sweet.
Last week, the Knights baseball team held an autism awareness game. They invited Tyler Coyne to sing the national anthem, and following the anthem, Coyne got to throw out the first pitch.
If you didn't already know, April is Autism Awareness Month, and we have Mr. Monero, Ben Hartrandt, and Tyler Coyne in the studio to talk about what is going on in school. Today and this year, Ben had a few of his friends help him out.
Hi, I'm Eagles quarterback Carson Wentz. Did you know that April is National Autism Awareness Month? This year, you can join us in advancing autism research in the Philadelphia area by participating in the Eagles Autism Challenge, a new bike, run, and walk event hosted at Lincoln Financial Field with Eagles coaches, players, alumni, cheerleaders, and Swoop. Learn more at eaglesautismchallenge.org and sign up today.
Hey Ben, it's Nate Sudfeld of the Philadelphia Eagles. Just want to say how much we appreciate you and all the work you're doing for autism research. Keep it up.
Hey Ben, Mac Hollins here, wide receiver with the Philadelphia Eagles. Just wanted to say how proud I am of you and all the work you've been doing for autism awareness. Keep it up, and I'll see you soon.
Ben, you just had Super Bowl champions mentioning your name.
Yeah.
How's that feel?
It feels great.
All right, well, Ben, you've been making a lot of people feel great here at North Penn High School because several years ago you started the Autism Awareness Day campaign here. You've done a lot of different things. Why don't you just quickly tell us about what you've done here over the years in terms of raising autism
So
awareness?
I've done a pretzel sale. I've done the baseball game.
What's the best part of the pretzel?
The knot.
Thank you. All right, what else have you done?
I've done spreading awareness for people with autism, talk about my disability.
You have any favorite moments of all of your autism awareness stuff over the years?
Probably the pretzel sales when you bought 6 pretzels and you told me about the baseball game.
Well, those were good times, Ben. And we talked a little about Yuki Washington one year and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Good.
that was my senior year.
Well, this year, Ben, you have some help because you have the
friend.
great Tyler Coyne.
Yes.
And there was a very, very, very short clip of Tyler singing the national anthem a couple minutes ago, but this person can sing. All right,
Yes.
Tyler, tell us about how you met Ben and how you got involved with autism awareness.
Well, we met during kind of like a speech session where it's usually weekly and it's kind of for kids with special needs. And at the time, I knew very little of Ben. All I knew was that he was the homecoming king and people really liked him. And as we were getting into the speech session, I mentioned the topic of roller coasters, and just like that, it sparked up a really strong friendship.
Ben kind of sort of is a roller coaster.
Yeah,
in some
I
ways.
can tell you about my job. I work at Dorney Park.
Yes, and you
Ride
ride
the
the
roller
coasters.
coasters. Yes,
you
that's
like
my-
take them for test runs, make sure they
No,
work. and
I
everything?
bring guests to guest So if you ever come up this summer, come find me. We'll ride a roller coaster.
There you go. Now, can you talk a little about Tyler? What a great job he's
He
done
does
this
a
year?
great job for autism, and he did a great job at the national anthem, throwing out the first pitch.
Yep.
We did the show last year together, and that's how we met, and that's how we really wanted to do stuff for autism.
All right, fantastic. So, Ben, today you have a special thing going on today, and it's really related to the Eagles Autism Challenge that we saw a clip on. Tell us a little bit about that and what you're doing today during lunch.
So during all lunch periods today, we're doing fundraiser. So if you come down each lunch period today, make sure you bring money for the Eagles Autism Challenge. We're donating buckets for research. So this year, the Eagles have partnered up with CHOP, Drexel, and Jefferson to raise funds for the Eagles Autism Challenge. And it's a bicycling event on May 19th.
Okay.
And Eagles players, coaches, Swoop, and it's all Jeffrey Lurie's vision, which is
All right,
amazing.
That's awesome. Did you say money, Ben?
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. What's this? What's this? Oh, the first donation of the day, Ben. The first donation
Thank
of the
you.
day. All right. Make sure that goes in the bucket.
I will make sure.
I don't want that in your wallet, Ben.
I'll put that.
All right. Guys, anything else to say about the Autism Awareness Day?
Well,
You've said it all, right?
Yeah.
I guess we said it all.
Do you have ribbons for people?
I do. We have ribbons.
All right. Seinfeld reference, make sure you wear the ribbon.
Yep.
Only some people know that reference. But guys, you're doing a great job at North Penn. We love having you here. And we love what you do for a great cause. So keep
Okay.
up the good work. Good luck today.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to send it back to the desk where Eric and Andrew are waiting. And Andrew Bazzelli has had some very tough lines in his script today, and he's doing a great job. So keep up the good work, Andrew. North Penn, have a great weekend.
Thank you, Mr. Monero, Ben, and Tyler. We all had one thing that totally scared us when we were kids, and Morris Slater wants to know what was one of the things that you hated. This edition on Question of the Week.
Behind closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.
Thomas the Train, vegetables.
One time I thought a train was coming down the stairs, so that happened.
Dora the Explorer.
Vegetables.
The monsters under my bed.
I was scared of Voldemort. Edward Scissorhands. John Cena.
Mascots.
The ocean. Billy Collins.
Scared I was going to get eaten by an alligator. Chuck E. Cheese.
Squirrels, because I was attacked by one when I was a kid.
I was scared of ducks because I got bit by a duck when I was younger.
If I was in the bathtub for too long, that snakes would come up out of the drain.
Riding a bike. I never learned.
The dark.
I'm like deadly afraid of boats. Water towers. My sister.
Let's check in with Mr. Brumball for the answer to this week's Brumball Challenge.
Hey, the answer you've all been waiting for.
the country's military that recruits specifically autistic teenagers because of their heightened sense of perception is the Israeli army, which places them in intelligence units taking advantage of this unique talent. Bet you didn't know that? Now you do. Thanks for playing this week's Brumball Challenge.
The winner of the Brumball Challenge this week is Jude Adam. Make sure to attend the North Penn Theater production of Fiddler on the Roof on May 3rd, 4th, and 5th at 7 p.m. or on May 6th at 2 p.m.
Tickets are $5 for students and $10 for adults. Also, be part of the fun this Friday evening when the North Penn High School boys volleyball team faces crosstown rival Satterton. The game will be held in the Navy Gym at 7 o'clock.
Come on in and support the boys as they attempt to take one step closer to the District 1 playoffs. That's all we have on this edition of Mornings. I'm Andrew Bazzelli.
And I'm Eric Jessberger. Have a great day, North Penn, and have a great weekend.